Deadman's drama overshadowed the first day, but on day 2, the focus turned to Todd. We'll tell you why. Meet Your Makers is on the brink of elimination. Will they join SK on the sidelines or move on to the grand finals? 4 Kings and World Elite were perfect on day 1. Who will falter in the upper bracket finals? This is day 2 of the Warcraft 3 Champions League Season 11 Finals on Imbalanced. In the last episode, we saw 4 Kings and World Elite make it to the upper bracket finals while MYM was waiting to play the loser in the losers bracket finals. But before the action starts, we have to talk about the controversy. Todd decided not to play for 4 Kings in the upper bracket finals. Now this is a truly bizarre move. I was stunned when I saw this, and his reasoning was that he didn't like the maps. 3 of the 1v1 maps, Nullwood, Turtle Rock, and Twisted Meadows, are not good human maps at all, so he obviously did not want to play on those maps. Now the final human map, Secret Valley, he figured Sky from World Elite, also a human player, would be put on that map, and Todd would be forced to play Sky. And Todd was not at all confident that he would be able to beat Sky, so he decided that the best option for him was to not even play. Now, obviously, this is a very controversial move to leave your team in a match at the biggest clan war, possibly the biggest clan war of the year for your team. Just to leave is a huge controversial move, and we'll be talking more about this later. But first, let's see if Grubby and Creo can win their 1v1s and a 2v2 to beat World Elite with only 2 players, as Fury and Zeus will probably lose. Creo has already won his game against Sohu. Now Grubby must beat 2-time World Cyber Games champion Sky. Game 1 of Sky against Grubby starts off with creeping by both players until Tier 2. Sky takes his first 2 casters and pushes into Grubby's base and puts up 3 towers. Rather than immediately stopping the towers, Grubby decides to wait until he gets Siege to counter. As the Torrent Chieftain tries to shockwave the towers, Sky smartly bolts him. With slow, Sky doesn't even need a surround. With Grubby spending money on Siege, Sky's army is able to dominate Grubby's, as Sky gets a few crucial kills. Sky resigns to his own base, allowing Grubby out of the tower push. Both players seem happy to creep until Sky creepjacks Grubby, forcing a town portal. An invisible sorceress tips Sky off to where Grubby was. By the final battle, Sky has 15 more food and a couple more healing scrolls. Grubby's front line can't hold long enough for the Demolishers to do their work. Sky wins the first game. Grubby elects to play on Twisted Meadows for Game 2. Both players again go with the same strategies, meaning little action until Tier 2. For the second game, Grubby does not harass Sky's Arcane Sanctums as they're being built. The action heats up when both players get their second heroes. Grubby makes the decision to kill a creep rather than Sky's Archmage, allowing Bolt to kill the Blade Master and the Archmage to get out of Hex and eat a healing potion and survive. Early on, the Mountain King had a ton of mana and demolished Grubby's army. He barely makes it out with both of his heroes. Grubby makes a slight comeback by taking out a few units during a creepjack. It really helps that the Mountain King only has mana for 1 Bolt. But it seems as if nothing can go Grubby's way. The Archmage has an invulnerability potion, and Grubby can't even force a town portal until he's lost half of his army. Sky attempts another tower push, but the armies and hero levels are still equal. Near constant bolts by Sky spells defeat for Grubby in an embarrassing 2-game loss. So, Civilian, what happened to Grubby in this game?
You know, Grubby's just been having a bad day in general. Earlier, he was playing in the Battle.net Season 5 European qualifiers, and he lost against Creo and Todd. And that's rough for him, and now he loses against Sky. Now, Sky deserves this. Sky has probably put in the most practice out of anyone here. But yeah, it was simply Grubby having a bad day.
Now, with this early loss, even with Creo's win, how does this clan war look for 4 Kings now?
There's a possibility that they could win it. But they have 3 matches coming up. They need to win 2 out of the 3, and it's going to be tough with Zeus and Fury, not really strong players, and then they really need to make sure to win the 2v2.
Well, let's go straight into the 2v2 and see if 4 Kings can pull off the victory.
4 Kings needed Creo to win after Grubby's loss, and Creo did. If 4K gets the 2v2 victory, they will only need an upset from Zeus or Fury rather than both. As always, Grubby goes random. This time he gets Night Elf against an Orc and Night Elf. Based on the large maps, both 4 kings are going to go Huntresses, one with the Priestess and one with the Keeper of the Grove as their hero. They're using a somewhat old strategy of hunts against Orc with a KOTG using Entangle to focus down the grunts. 4 Kings does just that, picking up some crucial early kills. With the advantage, 4K cripples Remind further by taking out more grunts and a burrow, leaving Remind with no way to counter Huntresses. 4K gets a Creepjack at the fountain. While they start with lower hero levels, 2 hero kills helps it even out. Even after Grubby town portals, Creo is able to force another TP from Suho. 4K quickly pushes their advantage. Remind's terrible TP ensures a victory for the Kings. I'm no pro, but I think Demolishers would rather be behind the building than next to the Huntresses. Grubby chooses random again, and he gets Night Elf again in Game 2. 4K sticks with the same strategy, but a Wisp and some mana burns stop the crucial entangles. After a Blade Master kill, 4K decides to end the game right there. All 4 players have some insane micro, saving a plethora of low health units. While there is no clear winner, that means that 4K lost, because the Huntress counter is now one step closer. Now, give 4 Kings some credit. They did withstand Demolishers in the next battle, keeping the game very close. By the final battle, every unit in Remind's army counters Huntresses. 4K just cannot pull out the same strategy 2 straight games and expect to win them both. Game 3 on Turtle Rock is again dual Night Elf as Grubby gets Night Elf again. Playing Night Elf 3 times is not what Grubby wanted or expected for going random. Rather than attempt Huntresses on such a small map again, all 3 Night Elves go Archers and Tech. The first major conflict starts with the Creepjack, and we see all 4 players' strategies. 4K has Creo go Bears and Grubby go Dryads.